Learning to be more confident and have success with women is hard and it's frustrating. It's difficult when so many guys don't have other people to go out and practice with. And, it's difficult when you haven't had success in such a very long time and you begin to think that maybe it's just not possible for me. And I know it's really difficult when the dating industry, and in fact the dating coaching industry as a whole, has had a lot of bad actors. It's had a lot of bad press, and a lot of people there are not really very genuine and trustworthy. And so it's easy to begin to think that maybe dating is a genetic lottery. And if you didn't win that lottery, then you're kind of doomed not really to have any success at all in your life. So when my partner, she came to me and began to talk to me about her brother, who's just arrived in the country. And he's a really nice guy, but he hasn't had any success with women at all in half a decade. I thought it was a fantastic opportunity to offer him the chance to come and do my Sincere Seduction program, but where I would film him every step of the way, right from the beginning, to show not just him, but all the other men in the world that it really is possible for a guy to come and learn to attract, learn to speak to, learn to build attraction with women without being manipulative, without playing head games, without being aggressive or toxic in any way. That it's completely possible for a guy who hasn't had any success at all for half a decade to actually start to date, not just a little bit, but a heck of a lot. So I want to introduce you to Aaron.
I am Aaron. I'm 27 years old. I am from Ecuador, South America. Little country, but so beautiful. I study tourism. I have a master's degree in tourism. So
Aaron hasn't had much success with women at all in his entire life. So I guess to get started, first of all, give me your dating background. Like how have you been in long-term relationships? Have you had a lot of short-term relationships? What's your background?
Well, that depends. Do you consider that 8 months maybe is a relationship, a long-term relationship?
So that's your longest relationship?
It was my only relationship, the serious one. It's that one, just one, yes.
And Aaron is suffering with a frustration that too many men are familiar with, that is so much more common today than it was 20 or 30 years ago. Okay, so since you said that it's been 4 or 5 years since you've been on a date, is that fair to say that you haven't had sex in that time as well? I just want to clarify.
Yes, it's start crying.
It's painful.
Of course, painful, man, but...
And I know hearing this probably isn't a surprise to many of you watching. And when I asked Aaron why it was that he thought this was happening to him, his answer really struck a chord for me, because it reminded me of myself when I first started this journey 20 years ago. What's common with a lot of guys that I have is that and I think this is what you're saying, they end up being too nice to the girls. They end up being too sweet. And the girls end up sort of not seeing them then as a viable dating option, or they see them just as a friend. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Which is frustrating, right?
Yes. Like, I am giving you all my attention. Like, I just put all in, but they just like, no, and you're just my friend, or I don't like you. That things, yes.
And of course, like any red-blooded heterosexual guy, Aaron finds it hard and scary and intimidating to be in front of a beautiful woman.
Maybe it's a little fun but I am a little bit shy. So it's like I get nervous when I am in front of a beautiful girl. Like, that depends. For me, maybe it's beautiful. For no one, no. But when I think that the girl is like, wow, I can talk with her. Of course, I can talk with her. But I think that I'm a little stupid, and I said...
Now, there are some things that you should know about Aaron, things that many of you may have in common with him and see as a reason why women won't be attracted to you. So first of all, Aaron isn't tall. Aaron is 5'5", or 167 centimeters. That puts him below average height for a guy. Secondly, Aaron is on or close to minimum wage. He spent all his savings to come to the country, and so he has no wealth to show off at all. Thirdly, as you've probably noticed, Aaron's English is not great. English is his second language. He's never lived in an English-speaking country, so his English is limited to what he learned at school. Will that be enough to get him by? And fourthly, as I'm sure you've noticed as well, Aaron isn't white. Aaron is part of a cultural minority. And I know that so many of the guys who watch my video, who are also cultural minorities themselves, worry because they've seen statistics that suggest that women aren't interested in guys who aren't white. But will these things actually hold him back? I don't believe they will. I'm pretty confident he's going to be just fine. But I want you guys to see for yourselves what this journey is going to look like for him. What's going to hold him back? What's going to get him over the edge? And is it really going to be possible for him to have all the success that you guys hope to have for yourselves? And the really amazing thing about Aaron is that he's willing to put himself out there. He's willing to put himself in the limelight so that you guys can see whether this is or isn't possible for someone like him. And I think that's pretty brave. So what made you decide to, because you've agreed to be on film and for us to record this whole progress for you. What's made you decide to do that? Like, why did you agree to do that?
I don't know, maybe it's like the chance to show the other guys that we can do it. That it's like we just, it's not something bad in us. It's like we are having wrong habits in flirting. So that's what is stopping us. And it's good to know that these advices that you're going to tell during all this, or during all the process, not only is going to help me, it's going to help another person. And I think that is really cool. So why not? Why not doing this? Yeah.
So guys, I want you to join Aaron and myself as we begin his journey in the Sincere Seduction program. Are you ready to get stuck in and just do what I ask you to do?
Yes.
In the name of science and education for men around the world?
Of course, I am ready. Let's do it, man.
All right, man, let's get started, dude.
I'm excited.